Hello and welcome to a very blustery Isle of Man. This is my new, not very new, Land Rover Discovery 3. As you can probably tell, it's not that tidy. So I thought I'd take you to a beautiful, if rather cold and blustery place in the Isle of Man to show you what exactly I have bought. I've had this for a few weeks now, but I haven't actually done anything to it. I haven't washed it. I haven't... Ooh, I lie. I'll get to that. I've fixed a couple of things. But let me show you around it. So, here it is. It is a 2005 Land Rover Discovery 3 HSE, which I believe is top spec-ish, unless there's some sort of freakish overload of specs, such as like an autobiography. I don't know. It's possible. It is a 2.7 V6. It has a fingerable rear light. It also has highway patrol chevrons. It has one side step. Run back here. Yep, nothing on this side. It has a tailgate that doesn't open, which is handy because it used to open all the time and now won't open at all. Other than that, its bodywork's not bad. It's got the odd ding. It's got a ding here. That's about the worst of the bodywork, really. I believe it's missing some sort of toe and eye cover there. It's not the end of the world. It has a roof rack, which is handy. So let's have a look inside. As I said, I've not washed it or anything, cleaned it. It's just the way it was. So we have very, very, very wet footwells. You could keep some sort of terrarium animal alive in there quite easily, I think. What else have we got? We have a broken ashtray. Doesn't go in properly. Don't know why. We have pterodactyl jizz, I believe. Hang on. Yeah, pterodactyl jizz. I don't know. I think someone's glued a phone holder on. It's I can't believe people do stuff like that. But anyway, what do you expect? It's generally a little bit grubby. It's quite grubby. It's obviously been in work. It's got 3 sunroofs. Leather seats, electric memory leather seats. Lots of four-wheel drive gadgets. An electronic handbrake, which works most of the time. Yeah, the radio sometimes just you pull the key out of the ignition and it just stays on, and there's nothing you can do. You have to either disconnect the battery or pull the fuse, which is behind one of the 2 glove boxes. It has 2 glove boxes. One glove box full of stuff that used to be in here because I wanted to keep this empty because the fuses are behind it. So in a Land Rover you need to be able to get to the fuses. It has decent stereo, although obviously it just plays radio or some sort of media that used to, I don't know, what could you fit in there? No, not sure. All the four-wheel drivey bits work. I have had it off-road a little bit. Has all these armrests. Whee, nice. And it is actually quite nice to drive on the road. You'll note I say on the road because it's a bit clunky off the road, but we'll get to that as well. Rear seats, just grubby. Some of that is my dog. I take it as a dog car. I use it as a dog car. And look, it's got... Oh, used to work. Stereo controls for the back seat passengers. Not sure how that works. And it is a 7-seater. Now, as I said, the rear hatch used to open. And last time I went camping, I put all my stuff in the boot. And since then, it hasn't opened. So it stayed there. So I can't show you the 7 seats, I'm afraid. Oh, the lights are on. Oh, lights work. That's cool, isn't it? Lights work, even though I just get water in it all the time. So yeah, let's go for a little drive. So I'm on an unmade track, so you'll probably hear, hopefully, well, I wish I couldn't hear it. There's quite a pronounced knocking from, I'm sure it's the front suspension. It's beautifully quiet and smooth on the road. So I don't think there's much wrong with the suspension other than some sort of bush or something like that. Obviously it's a Land Rover, so it could be any number of things. But suspension wise, I believe that might be the worst of it. It does have a wobble under acceleration, under a certain sort of torque, under certain torque conditions, and it did come with a prop shaft centre bearing, which could explain it. I do think there's something not quite right with the gearbox. I mean, it has done a lot of miles, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually just broken in some way. But I'm going to do a gearbox service on it, because automatic gearboxes just work on fluid, don't they? So do no harm to put a new fluid and filter in. This leak in the footwell, I believe, when I looked into it, it could be one of three things. It could be the sunroof. The other thing it can be is the aircon condenser pipes, and the other thing it can be is these A-pillars on the outside have a plastic panel held on with clips and some sort of foam gasket, I think, from factory, and obviously they're badly designed, so they don't really keep water out after a number of years. So it could be that as well. You never know. It's a Land Rover. Right, let's turn around. And yeah, so I'm up at a place called Druidale here in the Isle of Man. Beautiful place. It's a bit murderish. You know, if you watch like Vera or something, this is where... No, this isn't where it's filmed, because that's in Northumberland. But it's this sort of setting. It's always in these sort of places where they find a body or something, isn't it? A quarry worker or something. Yeah, but it's very smooth and quiet on the road. I mean, this is a bumpy little B road, C road even, I'm not sure. Most things inside seem to work. The radio's quite good. It's got quite a lot of speakers. It's got 2 in every door, I think, and then it's got 4 more in the back. Yeah, it's an interesting little beastie. I've always quite liked these. It just needs a lot of titivation. I think there's lots of things I've forgotten about. I swear there's loads of things. Parking sensors, they don't work. It's flashing at me. It does come up with a message saying front parking sensors disabled? What does it say? Anyway, it comes up with a warning saying the front parking sensors don't work, but the rear ones don't work either. Well, I don't think they do. I really don't know if this thing's a bit gone too far, or it seems like it has potential, but it just needs a lot of effort and or money putting into it, doesn't it, to be what it could be. But I do like it. I don't think I'd ever get one as cheap as this again. And I mean, ooh, just remembered. Rustem, where is it? Ooh, where is it? Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, a bit rusty. So, I think I've missed off lots of things that are wrong with it, but if you have any knowledge of what any of the problems I'm experiencing are, I would appreciate hearing about them, because I don't know much about Land Rovers. I've to be honest with you, most of my life I've owned little Hondas and Toyotas and stuff like that, which obviously don't give much hassle, and I knew how to fix them. I don't know how to fix anything on this. So any advice is genuinely really gratefully received, because I don't know much. And the idea, do you think I'm being mental trying to fix this thing and make it into a nice car or a reasonable car? It's never going to be a Minter. Or do you think it's doable? So yeah, let me know what you think below, and see you in the next video.